You ever think you've hit rock bottom, only to find out there's a trapdoor? That was me, driving my old, dust-caked Chevy across miles of nothing, half expecting my 5 acres would be nothing but sunburn and rattlesnakes. I'd spent every last cent on this patch of Arizona desert, figured I'd park my Airstream, maybe flip it one day, maybe just sit and listen to the wind. But instead of a flat horizon and some lonely cacti, what do I see? A $2 million Mediterranean palace dropped like a UFO, columns, infinity pool, the works. And I swear, for a second, I thought maybe I'd punched the wrong address into Google Maps. But no, my hands were shaking as I checked my deed, parcel number, even called up the county records on my phone, right there in the heat. The numbers matched. That mansion was sitting on my land. Before I could even process, out steps this woman, glass of wine, designer shades, the kind of smirk that says she's got the sheriff's number on speed dial. I barely got 2 words out before she's waving me off like I'm selling magazine subscriptions. "You're trespassing," she says, doesn't even glance at the deed I'm holding up like it's radioactive. Next thing I know, a deputy's escorting me off what I own, the chlorine from her pool mixing with desert creosote, the whole scene surreal as hell. I drive away, hands trembling, thinking about my wife Simone, her voice, that last bit of advice, don't let the world make you small. So here I am, Dax Emery, 52, used to be a line worker up in Detroit, good union job, lost it all when the plant shut down and shipped the work to Mexico. Simone passed from pancreatic cancer 6 months before the layoff, our savings gone on medical bills. That's how I ended up betting the rest of what I had on land no one else wanted. I figured I'd flip it, maybe double my money in a couple years, start over somewhere warm. Never in my life did I expect a mansion squatter. For days after I got kicked off my own property, a FedEx envelope shows up at my buddy's ranch in New Mexico, where I've been crashing. Cease and desist. Lawyer letterhead, so thick it feels like a weapon. Threatens to sue me for $500,000 unless I sign over my deed. That's how I find out her name, Vivica Straught. Something about the tone, the legal jargon, the threats, they all smell wrong. If she really owned that place, why is she threatening me instead of just showing her own deed? Let me back up a sec. I haul myself 2 hours down to the Cochise County Courthouse, walk into this office that smells like scorched coffee and dry paper, and ask for every record tied to my parcel. The clerk, same lady who handled my auction bid, leans in, tells me, supposed to be vacant, and just shakes her head. Turns out Vivica's company bought the land next door, not my lot. Her permits, her mansion, even her tax bills, all tied to the wrong parcel. County records prove it. Her mansion is on my property. I'm thinking, okay, so now what? I call every lawyer in 3 counties. Most won't talk for less than 20 grand up front. Finally find Marlo Voss, a strip mall office, walls full of pro bono plaques, more heart than billable hours. He looks at my paperwork, says, "You've got them dead to rights, but they'll bury you in motions." And that's when I learn about adverse possession. Basically, if someone squats long enough, they can take what's yours, but in Arizona it takes 10 years and Vivica's only been at it for 3. I'm on solid ground, legally. The only thing standing in my way is money, patience, and a system built to wear people like me down. A few days later, I see Vivica at lunch with that same deputy, the one who ran me off my land, clinking champagne in broad daylight. That's when the anger really kicks in. I start collecting receipts. Marlo files a complaint with the county, and we trigger a resurvey, only to be told it'll take 6 to 8 months. Meanwhile, doors start slamming in my face. Permits disappear, records go missing. Every phone call ends with a transfer or a hang-up. It's like someone's greased every palm in the county. So I go online, post in this land disputes group. Within 2 days, I'm not alone anymore. Hoy, who owns the ranch I'm living on, got his own cattle access blocked by Strahd's people. They want 12 grand a year just for an easement. Tisha lost her house to a suspicious foreclosure. Cruz, a vet, tried to bid at the same auction, but Strahd's company always seemed to outbid him by exactly $100. We meet in a diner that looks like it hasn't been remodeled since the Carter administration, and we lay out our stories. Suddenly it's clear, this is a pattern, not a fluke. One of us, Cruz, knows a local reporter, Sloan, who jumps at the story. Within a week, she's got county records, financial ties, photos of Vivica cozying up to the right people. Her segment blows up, 60,000 views in 2 days. That's when the threats start. Someone slashes my tires, drop it scrawled across my windows in soap. Vivica's ex-husband, now a private investigator, leaves his card on my door, offering protection services. It's intimidation, plain and simple. Then comes the legal barrage. Lien on my land. Arbitration motion based on a clause that doesn't even exist. Every move designed to freeze me out. Burn through whatever little money I have. So Tisha, Cruz, Hoy, and I pool our resources. $8,000 between us. Just enough to hire a retired county engineer named Orrin to dig into the permits. He turns up proof of systematic fraud, forged signatures, bogus surveys, permits referencing non-existent lots, same tricks pulled on other properties. Marlowe files the report with the county planning office, but the next week they magically produce a new survey showing the mansion sits within Vivica's lot. Fabricated, plain as day. We push back. More evidence piles up, emails, bank records, connections between Vivica's company and county officials. Sloan's investigation uncovers the real twist. My worthless desert parcel sits on top of a massive underground aquifer. Vivica's people, along with the county assessor and planning director, have been running a water rights scheme, planning to claim my land through adverse possession and sell the water rights for millions. This isn't just about a mansion. It's about controlling water in the desert. Now things escalate. Sloan's documentary series exposes everything: fraud, water theft, public corruption. The local Facebook group blows up. People start coming out of the woodwork, sharing stories, joining the fight. We bring in a sharp environmental lawyer, Iris, who works pro bono and starts stacking legal fronts. Whistleblower suits, injunctions, mechanics liens on Vivica's other assets, political pressure, media blitz. We're building a case from every angle: legal, technical, financial, public outrage. The pushback is fierce. Fake social media attacks, phony reviews, even arson. Marlowe's office gets burned, but all our evidence was already digitized and backed up. The feds get involved, deputies get suspended, officials start sweating. Vivica tries every trick: bankruptcy, hiding assets, shell companies. But now she's under federal investigation. Her partners are turning on each other, and the truth is finally catching up. At the county hearing, the whole town packs the room. Evidence stacks up: deeds, forged surveys, emails about water rights, audio recordings of bribery. Vivica bursts in, shrieking about witch hunts, but nobody's buying it. The Attorney General's office, the FBI, they're there waiting. The corrupt officials get suspended on the spot. Vivica's led away in cuffs. For a moment, you can feel justice click into place. Hoy grabs my shoulder. Tisha's crying. Cruz salutes. Yeah, that happened. A couple weeks later, the dominoes fall. Officials plead guilty, lose their pensions, go to jail. Vivica faces a dozen felony counts. Her company collapses. Her mansion is seized. Bankruptcy court rules in my favor. The mansion is auctioned off, and with my whistleblower award and the money we raised, I buy it outright. Not to live in it, but to turn it into something better. We create the Simone Emery Water Education Center, classrooms, community space, legal clinics, free swim lessons in that very pool they once tried to keep me out of. We help other families fight back. Sloan's documentary wins awards, even sparks talk of a feature film. Now, when people walk through the door, they see my wife's name on the plaque, proof that you can't always buy your way out of consequences. Not when regular people refuse to quit. 6 months later, someone from another county messages me, same scam, different names. I send her Marlowe's number, because here's what I've learned. Bullies and corrupt officials are counting on you being too broke or scared to fight. Most of the time, they're right. But not always. So if you've got a wild story, a crooked HOA, a shady land deal, a developer with too many friends in City Hall, drop your story in the comments. You never know who's watching, who's ready to help, who's beaten them before. Justice isn't a spectator sport, you know what I mean? If you want more stories about regular people taking back what's theirs, hit subscribe, share your own story, and remember, don't let the world make you small.